Top-up show Saturday, Rosehill. There hasn't been any rain, Glenn.
Yeah, no rain's come, Mark. So I don't know. Don't know what to think. It is dark here, so
yeah. Look, there are
I'm working on about a 6
showers off the coast.
Mm.
Yes, let's work on a 6. Some interesting market moves overnight. Some interesting scratchings and rearrangements of races. We kick off with the interesting 3-year-old and 4-year-old race. I speak of Vowmaster with the intolerant form. There's a more intolerant form going around at Caulfield in the shape of Valor Kenta today, so look out for that. This horse, obviously, I think we started with 13 and now we're down to 8, which would appear to make the favourites task easier, but it's $1.40 with deductions, or it was $1.40 with deductions, and now it's $1.80. So what do you make of that?
It looks like a bet to me all of a sudden, Mark. I think $1.80 is fair price for 8 runners and barrier 8.
It is absurd, isn't it? Really early shopping is fraught with danger.
Yeah.
And they want to tell you about massive firmers, and of course they won't adjust the. I don't see how it's so hard to actually adjust the price for the deductions they've taken. Anyway, so this horse was $1.40 with the scratchings, and now $1.70 fixed, and as you can see, $1.80 bet fair, 24,000 matched, and the firmer is Andermatt, which has been $7 into $4.20 fixed, with a little bit of interest there in that high $4 range. You mentioned that the task for the favourite looks a bit easier. We haven't. I suppose we're awaiting Waller to go to the stewards and say, this is what we're planning to do.
Yeah.
You imagine that he will. You raised an interesting aspect of Wednesdays with me yesterday, which was the fact that that Toscanini was mapped forward on Racing New South Wales maps, which I presume is a guide to trainers to whether they need to go and visit the stewards or not. But Mr. Birch said, no, we don't care. You have to come and see us anyway. So we'll talk more about that on Monday.
Yep.
Race 2, the highway, and money fixed odds for Commando Hunt and Blue Missile, a couple of horses that got a fair amount of focus on the preview show yesterday. So Blue Missile into 550, Commando Hunt into 6. And one of the bigger fields on the day, 14 to go round.
Probably a good chance to start favourite number 9, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, I think it's certainly got a good push from us, didn't
it?
Classic highway. Say no more, really.
Yep.
Nothing doing on.
Cat Gully Red looks like it might be getting out a little bit in price here, and might be a bet for sure with Nash.
Yeah, well, look, it's got the most interesting riding change on the day, given it's a relatively easy, comfortable last start winner, but it's Cath to Nash, which you would think meant more than that. Race 3 is the race where again we've lost Sabadar, so he seems a problem horse. Yardash is 15 to 8 in the old, or $2.90 into $2.35 fixed. The Ziegfeld, who of course we were chided for missing the Get Smart reference yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, that's where it is.
Yes, big hello to our man on the Gold Coast there, who keeps us in line in all matters of popular culture. So Dash obviously a horse that's going to attract a lot of attention today.
It's race to lose there, Mark. Now the way the setup is.
Yeah, it's certainly got plenty in its favour today. I'll be interested to see how Nimmerly and obviously Ziegfeld parade here.
Me too.
Race 4 is the mares race, and there's a little between Madame Rouge and Positive Peace fixed odds. A little more attention there on Madame Rouge Betfair wise. Obviously, she would prefer it to be drier rather than wetter. Whereas I guess Positive Peace, who I had down as a dry tracker this time last year when she was making her way up to this level, but she would seem the sort of horse that would probably prefer the other way. Couple of interesting resumers there, Subpoenaed and Asiago. So you want to get your eyes over those, and
I can't wait to watch them parade. Being in the background here, sorry.
Race 5, the Silver Slipper, a race where we'll have questions answered. Now, at the moment, these horses, well, Paul L's $3.50 fixed, but it's a bit wider than that on the fair, but no real matchings. Likewise, Home Affairs, and the Whale in the Bay is the unraced Dio, which has had 2 trials and touted off those trials. Obviously, a horse of great focus with Hawks debutants, most of them are. So get thee to the mounting yard there, Glenn.
Yeah, there, mounting yard. I'm starting to warm your horse number 4 a little bit overnight, mate.
How it became my horse. Just because I tipped it and it won, suddenly my horse.
Well, I think that's a fair comment.
Okay. Race 6, the 1900 metre race. Now, here is a horse that I gave paid a lot of attention to yesterday. That's Dedu's Dart. It's $7.50 into $4.60 fixed. And Sacramento adjusted price with the scratching of that Collide is $1.80, but as you can see, he's properly in the black here.
Yep. Yeah. Well spotted there with number 9, Mark. You made a great narrative yesterday from the show. That looks 11 from 9. Spot on.
Yeah, well, with the absence of our regular hard copy man, G stepped into the breach, and he said, look, you did make the point that it's J Ford, not a Ford Mustang. So anyway, we'll watch J Ford with interest on Dedu's Dart today.
I was interested in reading G's best bets at the bottom. Did you see them?
I haven't got across them yet.
Well, he must have pasted wrong or something. He's got best bets for horses that aren't even in today. It's like from months ago, I think. Right. So just ignore the best bets from Wild G. Wild G, I marked your papers, C-.
He said it was 10:30 at night, and our show lacked the structure to really boil it down.
Yeah.
Or drill down.
I think that's the pot calling the kettle black. So check out the best bets for horses that aren't even racing today. Thanks, Wild G. Pretty funny.
That's why I didn't notice them, Glenn. The Hobartville and Peltzer is firmer fixed odds. It's $3.50 into $2.70 fixed. North Pacific, the blower, and of course we lost a couple of horses opting for the easier race 9.
Yep.
3,000 match there on Peltzer. Obviously, Egon is a horse that we can't line up, and the parade will be key. But the pattern on the day, we're now in race 7, I think will determine what happens to the betting as well, because the 6 metre rail may well play like a lot of the 6 metre rails, which is up and in. Glenn's getting a little bit of attention there, wide out. But yes, I know you get to the mounting yard yet again there, race 7. The penultimate, 1,100 metres, bit of money for my suggestion, Handle of the Truth, who doesn't appear to have a favourable map. Emanate, our ruling favourite. Nothing much happening on the fair at the moment. Space Boy.
Not much happening. Space Boy looks like it's going to get out today. Not much money matched already. I think it's going to head north. I think Punters are sick of Space Boy. No good, sick of it. I'm a bit sick of it too.
Well, what's to like other than like last time he was at 1,100 here, he got run over by Invictus Salute, and he got to $14 and had solo lead that time.
Did Invictus Salute run around yesterday somewhere in the bush, or am I thinking of another horse?
You're thinking of Invictus Prince, the horse that ran Winks to 3/4 of a length. It's now $1 million to 1. Last start beaten at Tuncurry and resumed yesterday at Canberra. Race 9 is our nightcap, and Wheelhouse, as mentioned by me, would run here, and he's $4.20 into $3.10 fixed.
You'll start clear favourite, and I think he might start shorter than $3.10, Mark.
Well, those punters that took the Friday morning price Lakeen, they ended up with $2.30. He's $3.20 fixed currently.
Wow.
And I think there is a case to be made that that if your bet with the corporates is reduced by deductions, which may or may not be fair, you should restart with whatever price they put up after scratchings.
What as the min price?
Okay, so if let's say the horse is $3.20, you back it at $3.20. With deductions, you end up with $2.30, and they just turn it into $3 after scratchings.
Yeah.
So clearly, you should be on at the $3, shouldn't you?
Clearly.
Anyway,
talk about that more on Monday, I suppose, Mark.
Yeah, and yes, indeed. Just before we go, Glenn, there are two very interesting races at Caulfield that we just need to get our head around. So I speak of, it is a big day at Caulfield. As I already mentioned, Kent has got the Intolerant trial form going around earlier. But the races I wanted to talk about were the Futurity, which has got Behemoth as favourite. And there's a fair bit more activity than there is at some of the Rosehill races there. Probabile, the interesting runner, one of the interesting runners, resumed with a dynamic win against her own 6 at this course. And Ole Kirk's trying to give some reference to the Inglis 1200 metre form there. He's an interesting runner as well, back at the scene of his Caulfield Guineas win. But Probabile, Arcadia Queen, a resumer that looks very interesting there as well. And the Blue Diamond, where Enthar, who has taken all before her in her 2,000 to 1,000 metre wins, is going to be asked to do something today because it's well in the black there from a wide gate. The two colts, General Bow and Animo, appear to have some fans. Finally, I just wanted to show you the Oakley plate, which it's to be placed. Here's the Oakley plate, where can't even get the whole field in there. Standout is drawn the right lane there. It's you've seen all these Oakley plates, Glenn, where they get out and there's generally a line of 3 up front, and you want to be running line. There he is, fresh on a dry track, 1,100 metres from the right barrier, whereas Dirty Work looks buried.
Okay, wow.
Anyway, just a couple of...
Looks a race.
It is a race. It is a race indeed. So we'll keep our eye on Caulfield as well. But all things Rosehill, you've already got...
I wouldn't even be surprised to see Prophet's Thumb in the running line there too.
Yeah, well, it's she has made her mark in those sort of sniper type races down there. She's spent most of her life down there now. All right, that's a little look at Rosehill and a brief overview of the Group 1s there at Caulfield. Ranters are well looked after by us, aren't they, Glenn? They get tons of content every week.
Tons of content. Getting more every week.
I know. I'm making you tired. Sorry about that. Yeah, we've got one more week of Canterbury, so we've had an extra show for the last couple of weeks because Canterbury's been racing on Friday nights. So the night season comes to the end next Friday, but meanwhile, 5 shows a week for all you ranters, and Goldies get 2 sets from me each week and a double dose of Mounting Yard Mail. If you deposit $500 in an account, open an account and deposit $500 in that account with Dave Dwyer, he'll give you your 4 weeks worth of rant sub back. So there's an even better deal if you'd like to come and join us. The first 2 weeks are always free and you can cancel any time with no obligation. So we'd love to have you on board and check us out. Please do.
Come and check us out. Thanks, Mark.
See ya.